Loretta's Kitchen is a big hit at the Fryeburg Fair, but with the pandemic closing the fairgrounds, there won't be lines forming for a food sample.
Instead, Loretta takes us into her own kitchen to show us how to make a fair hit peanut butter fudge.
So I'm going to start with the sugar. So there's 2 cups of sugar, and we're going to use 2 cups of brown sugar. And I'm just going to mix it up a little. I don't know how many batches of this I've made at the fair, but I'm pretty sure it's in the thousands at this point, which is a lot of little samples. And I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of milk. And mix it up again. It's all going to melt together anyway as soon as it gets boiling. So that's going on the stove, just like that. Sugar and milk. As soon as that starts to boil, or actually as soon as it's a good rolling boil, we'll start counting the minutes, and it'll cook for 5 minutes. So while we're waiting for that to boil, I'm going to get my peanut butter ready. And it's 12 ounces of peanut butter. So unless you use a lot of peanut butter otherwise, you might want to just buy a 12-ounce jar of peanut butter. Makes it much easier. Okay. 12 ounces. Now we've got a good boil. Probably better than we need. Okay, I think we're ready to take it off. It's been boiling for 5 minutes. Good brisk rolling boil. And we're going to add the peanut butter. All right, then we're going to add marshmallow fluff, and I'm going to guesstimate. That might be just a little too much. There we go. That should leave a little more than half of that. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla and beat it. Not really beat it, but just at first you just want to mix it slowly, because if you start mixing too fast and it slops onto you, you've got a terrible burn because it's sugar. Okay, this is when the crowd generally starts to smell the peanut butter really well. Warm peanut butter. So this is the consistency, and this is pretty good. Sometimes, you know, if you don't cook it long enough, you don't get the full 5 minutes with a rolling boil, it's going to be soupier than this. And I find that just doing this helps cool it off a little bit. And if you cook it more than 5 minutes, or you know, you could go probably 6, but if you cook it more than that in a full rolling boil, it's going to be so stiff that you're just going to want to mix it up quickly and dump it out. So that is exactly what I'm going to do, because I don't want it to get hard on me before I can get it out. And I don't butter the pan. This is peanut butter, so I have buttered it for years, just a little bit. I try to just use a little, but I have found that I really don't need to do that. It's going to be, it is now peanut butter fudge, but it is extremely hot. And it's only going to take probably, well, sometimes only about 20 minutes, sometimes a couple hours to set up. So there's the fudge.